am I gone? Oh God.
No, you're there.
Okay, I'm back. I saw myself disappear.
God, I wish that were true. Oh yeah, there we
sorry.
go. You heard what I said. This is going to be the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, courtesy of our friends over at Capcom. This is going to be part 12. We did it. Okay, that was a struggle. I had to count. A very, very difficult one.
There's 2 more than what's on your hand, right?
Yeah, I know. I had to take my socks off. Yo, what's up, True Pro Gamer?
Later.
3
all right.
months later.
If y'all want to introduce yourselves, feel free.
Excuse me. My name is Akayasha Hato. Nice to meet you.
I'm Don Pine. I'm a chef VTuber. Hello.
Hi, I'm Sharky, and always remember to spay or neuter your cat boys and cat girls. Oh, come on.
It's Casa. My voice is not normally this deep. I am a gremlin by nature, and I usually have hyperactive energy in my voice to match. Yeah, I also play a lot of video games. Alright, let's guess.
That kind of felt sad.
Yeah, do you not want to be here? Oh my god.
What do you mean do I know? I am literally here because I want to be. My voice is not going to stop.
I am here because I want to be. Ignore the gun at my face.
I'm going to.
I mean, what? Jesus. All right. Are we quite done?
Yes, I would love your window though.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get to it. Whence we left off, Vampire Takahata was very angry with us. Oh yeah, I should play the instead of making you all just kind of guessed what we're doing.
Yeah.
Surprise! It's the ad-libs version of Great Ace Attorney Chronicle.
I mean, there's not 15 VTubers on top of this, so thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. All right. What do you mean? Are you trying to tell me my design isn't sleek and?
Hold on.
Yeah, it's like trying to fit
I'm
4
not
people.
Beautiful to look at with my brand new voice.
Are you
I
saying
mean,
people don't like looking at titties?
I'm saying none of you are translucent.
Oh,
correct.
What do you mean? No, they're all trans. Oh, I get it. All right.
Yeah. You try doing lines off the stream like this. Good luck.
What?
All right. Take us away, non-pun.
You got that message, Kia?
Yep. Taken care of.
Cool.
We don't tolerate shit like that around here. I got fucking no goddamn time for it.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, you little punk. I'll fucking meet you on the playground. You'll see.
You're 6'3" and 145 pounds, soaking wet.
I'm 170 pounds.
I could literally pick you up and bury you.
What are you?
Damn.
What?
My
You
muscles
heard
must be
me.
that heavy if I weigh more than you.
Just because I know that this guy is actually a piece of shit, the guy I'm voice acting. Can we do a content warning?
Sure. For
Content
for
warning,
for
Transylvania?
for what? Give me context on the
British.
content.
CEO of
British.
racism.
Content warning. British.
You got the KO voice line this time.
It should be good.
All right. The compartment under the seat was not empty. Well, my Nipponese friend.
Me?
When the carriage was submitted as evidence, doubtless you examined it in fine detail, as would any self-respecting practitioner of the law. Ray, what did you find the conditions of the underseat compartment to be?
Oh, to be sure, the young gentleman will be able to clear this up in a jiffy.
Sorry?
Go ahead. You tell the court now, fella. Oh, this is all an elaborate excuse by the desperate Lord Van Sakes.
Counsel, do you have something to say on this matter?
How am I supposed to answer? What can I say about the state of that little compartment under the seat in the omnibus? Well, I guess it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't empty. I have no idea. I really don't know if giving this answer is helping my cause as counsel for the defense. But as far as I remember, at least. When I first examined the compartment, I'm fairly certain there were a number of articles inside it. Yes.
Are you sure? Are you sure, Counsel?
Alright.
Ada.
Ara. Be with.
Ada. Iko dane.
I picked the wrong answer.
What you saying now, you daft doll? I thought you were on my side here.
I think that's the first wrong answer you've picked since we started this.
Probably.
What game are you playing
He's
besides
mad.
Ace Attorney Chronicles?
Courtesy of Capcom.
Your task is to defend the man in the stand. Why would you say something to compromise his position? Dumbass.
I don't know.
What if this isn't the wrong answer?
As the advocate for the defense in this trial, I confess I'm still not entirely sure where I stand. But it seems to me that I should state what facts I do know as clearly and honestly as possible.
Interesting.
He's not altogether pleasing, fella.
I'm simply telling the truth, Mr. McGilded.
Well, don't forget that you're supposed to be representing me. My best interest here, lad. Now then. A fella's memory is a curious thing, and not altogether reliable. No. That there cubbyhole under the seat is empty as the devil's heart, so it is. Do you think perhaps it will be in your best interest now to admit that you might have been mistaken?
Why? Why do I feel like something's not right here?
Like the jury to weigh in on this matter, I think.
That compartment is designed to house equipment used to maintain the smooth running of the carriage. The guild's rules state that omnibuses should be properly and fully equipped at all times. So it certainly wouldn't have been empty on the night in question. Beppo isn't that irresponsible, I think. That money-lending fleecer and his pick purse are lying.
all shitting and farting. Ah,
I can't believe I was nearly taken in. The stinking rich are always stinkers. Nothing but cowards. A lot of them.
I bet he has more money than anybody here.
what?
My voice sounded normal.
Oh no.
A trick, of course. It's a trick.
What's the old movie that juror number 3 is getting residuals from? Is it Clockwork Orange or something?
Yeah. Quite so. I must concur here. With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time.
You said that like 4 times.
Yeah. Yes, but every time a different truth, it seems.
My lord, I humbly exposit the scales of justice.
Yeah, I humbly exhibit these nuts. Got him.
Clearly, a verdict of not guilty at this time would be wholly inappropriate.
Thank you, counsel. But before we proceed any further, there is a matter of the outstanding cross-examination. Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please.
Yes, my lord. What just happened? The whole balance of the trial just shifted, almost beyond recognition. The Reaper of the Bailey is at work, it would seem.
I don't really think he did much.
What the girls saw.
Wait, I'm still doing her, right?
Yeah.
So I snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses, just like always. Hold it!
Hold up. So, you were already in the omnibussy before it even set off on its run?
Oh yeah? I mean, what's the point of spending a joey to make a few bob, eh? That's a rum idea, ain't it?
I suppose she means there's no point spending money to make money. It actually makes sense. Unless you're NASCAR.
Counsel, may I remind you that the girl is a petty thief. Kindly refrain from entertaining her tenants. If you are not first, you are last.
Well, that does clear up the little mystery of the fares and all. 4 paying passengers at 5 pence apiece, making the 20 to which the cabman testified. And no one little scapegrace riding for free. The red conch of a driver always goes for some grub before his last run, see? So, that's when I slip in the carriage and get myself hidden under the seat. Nice and easy, eh?
But your hiding place is a storage compartment full of equipment for the coach. No?
Huh.
Right, good answer.
Yeah. There's bruises, brushes and buckets and whatnot back there. I always chuck them all out and to cram it into a corner somewhere. No one ever seems to bother much.
And yet, according to the report filled by the police officer who first arrived at the scene, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia. God, what the fuck?
Paraphernalia.
Paraphernalia.
Is that the one with tentacles?
That's what I was thinking. I thought he was talking about an octopus for a second.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you.
Seems we've reached the end of that line of inquiry. Continue.
Well, it was alright, all waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night.
I think she's honest there.
I'll tell you, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch dark in there. And after a while, I hear this loud bang. Nearly jumped out of my skin, I did. And the scream just came out.
Hold it!
Hold it. When you say a loud bang, you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor?
It could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump.
And you let out a scream involuntarily?
That's right. And I felt the cushion over my head get lighter all of a sudden.
Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim, yes?
Or not. It could equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stab his victim. Could it not?
Well, girl, did you see what happened at that crucial moment?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, girl.
I pushed up the cushion and had a quick butcher's while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting up the bloke and what had fallen on the floor on the seat opposite.
That matches Mr. McGilded's account, of course.
I'm sorry, Sasato. Could you say that again, please? I wasn't listening.
Yeah, one second. That matches Mr. McGilded's account, of course.
Oh, wow, Sasato. That testosterone kicking in? Congrats.
It's all the flips I do.
Are you he, they, he, him pronouns now?
I still go by she, her.
Okay.
Don't judge me.
No judgment, just asking.
But then the fella suddenly turns around and looks right at me. I sunk back down again. But it was too late by then. I should have never risked looking. It's because of that. This swell found me. He did help me get away, mind.
Hold it!
Hold up. And when Mr. McGilded discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place?
I was scared stiff, I was. He dragged me off and sat me down on a seat and all.
Next to the victim, Mr. Mason?
Yeah. The bloke had a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. Then the carriage lurched a bit and he ended up falling on me. Gross, like ew.
Right, let's see if I can do this. Oh, how awful. No, that's not gonna happen.
Both my hands got covered in blood. It made me feel sick as a dog. I almost threw up in the dude's hat.
Both her hands covered in blood. That must be what the rooftop passengers saw. Yeah, what's up, Nitro? How are you, buddy? After that, I believe you talked with Mr. McGilded for a while. Is that correct? And howdy to everybody in
He
chat.
asked me some stuff.
I hope you're doing well. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm not having the best of days, but we're gonna have fun anyway.
Wanting to know me name and what I was up to and all. Then I heard something from above. Someone screamed.
Yes, Mr. First on the roof deck, one would presume.
Well, I didn't want to see no one seeing my face, so I didn't look up.
Did you know that dogs can't look up?
What?
Yeah,
What?
dogs can't look up.
Neither can Nimpon. His view is obstructed right now.
I mean, Nimpon can look up. They're just going to risk getting absolutely concussed in the next week.
Has anyone ever studied CTE and VTubers before?
CTE.
Just concerned for Nipon's safety.
I'm going to...
What?
Oh,
Wait,
is there a
wait.
VTuber emergency room? Do I have insurance? Am I good for this?
Hold on. Give me...
Imagine.
Oh, no.
VTuber
No,
health
I got it.
insurance.
Got it. It's going to be... I don't care.
Wait, what's happening?
Oh. Just begging for something properly. Right. Oh. I got. This is gonna like start. Y'all can continue. Don't worry about it. I'll do it in the background.
I'm
Then the
scared.
horses were drawn up smartish, and this Irishman says to me, "Get back under the seat. I'll see that you can get away later."
All 6 members of the jury had decided the defendant was innocent.
For one brief shining moment, yes.
You two just want to trade roles.
No way.
Just want to swap.
Or non-fun, you can have Susato and I can take over Van Zyk's.
Oh, dude, if
for
I do a
today.
female voice, it's gonna sound like a Toad from Mario. Hold on, here, I got this.
I
Hold
need
on.
to hear this.
Hold on, I got this.
So,
It's clear that they are all still very unsure.
I got one for you. So, Casa, if you want, I'll take Sasato and you can take the judge.
I got you. Everyone ready for Corpse Judge?
It's clear that they're all still very unsure. Definitely.
This is
Definitely
weird.
very clear.
I feel like I have an identity crisis right now. Should I still voice act this vampire, dude?
Of course.
Alright.
I just looked at the stream and realized what was happening.
Wait, what's happening?
Look at
Ah!
unprotected.
There you go. Got you, fam.
Yo, go long!
I gotta keep you safe, little buddy.
Thanks, Kyo.
You're welcome.
I'll try to get a
Now-
touchdown.
Now
Their front defending line's pretty good, though. They're kind of bigger than me.
You're
What's
now
going
immune
on
from
here? Well,
from both Susato takedowns and Oni's massive tits.
Massive
massive
honkers.
honkers, if you will.
No honker concussions tonight.
Sheesh.
If we could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony. Working on it. I'm sure we could clinch the verdict we want.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I have this niggling feeling. There, I enunciated it very clearly.
What is that word?
A bothersome feeling.
Don't repeat it.
Something's bothering me. but I just can't quite put my finger on it. That's basically what that word means.
Is this the... Oh, this is the beginning of it again.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can do a British voice with this voice.
I'm gonna push this one. So you couldn't see out into the cabin at all?
Not a joke. Most days I push the cushion up with me head and look out the crack. Then I can have a butcher's at who I'm gonna fiddle. Fiddle. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I thought
That's an
you were a
interesting statement.
pickpocket, not a butcher.
I mean, I can have a look. Duh, idiot. The seat I get under ain't as plush as the other ones, see? So most of the time, the passengers plant themselves opposite. But for some reason that night, this here Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head.
And for that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out. I see.
Truth is,
Look at Nitrodon in chat explaining Cockney rhyming slang. I love you.
I ain't too happy on all. I ain't too happy in small dark places. Feels too much like being thrown in a clink.
Excuse me.
Sir? Is something wrong, Mr. McGilded?
It's just so funny.
Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Counsel?
I'm just wondering if Miss Lestrand's last comment made something occur to you, perhaps. You seem to be thinking something to yourself.
Oh, no. 'Twas nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lasses all. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad. Shut up in the dark. 'Twas terrifying, so it was.
I see. Yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm actually still scared of the dark now.
Aye. And I don't know about yourself, but I find that the darkness seems to make everything you hear seem that much louder as well.
Did somebody mention the door to darkness?
Yeah. It's where Donald and Goofy and Sora is. I suppose it does, maybe.
Miss Lestrand, did you hear something that night? Anything at all? An unusual noise, perhaps?
Yeah, nah, not really. All I could hear was this Irishman snoring. Bejabbers! There's no need to tell the whole world of me foibles, you little scamp.
Alright, Sharky, or is Sharky alive?
I think I got back
Yeah.
right at the perfect moment.
There you
but
go.
Yeah, I couldn't get into the call for like 5 minutes.
Your microphone kinda ate you up. You wanna try that line again?
What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a vital new clue.
Yeah. What should we make of that last statement of hers? It's obviously very important. My lord, I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important.
Profoundly important, but all she said was that she heard nothing.
Yes, which is the profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it.
I'm almost sure I don't understand the inner workings of your Eastern mind, Counsel. Nevertheless,
Sheesh.
Content warning, racism.
Miss
Christ.
Gina Lestrade. You will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last statement, please.
What? Superman? What are you talking about? Don't give me all that fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do. Well, it won't get me.
That's right. Insult the judge. Always a great move.
I was straining my ears to work out what was going on, but all I could hear was snoring. I'm trying really hard not to make this go ooh ooh voice because it's getting close.
Ooh, ooh.
Hold it!
Oh,
I can't believe this.
So you were straining to hear what was happening the entire time? Since the moment you hid yourself?
Not exactly, no.
I'm sorry?
Well, there was no one in the cabin to start with. I could just push the cushion up and have a butcher's to see what was what. But then when I saw this swell getting on, I got me head down so he didn't notice me.
And Mr. McGilded sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct?
Yeah. Would you Adam and Eve it, eh? What a mug. So then all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there as soon as I heard him leave, see? But would he? Not likely. Even though we stopped in there, I never heard the door open. So I just had to stay put and listen to him driving his pigs to market, snoring like an old dog he was.
Sheesh.
Jeez.
oh.
Are there any conclusions we can draw from that, I wonder? Yeah, it doesn't make a damn lick of sense. One sec. Miss Lestrade, what have you just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts that I can't actually read.
At odds? Are you sure, man?
Absolutely.
It seems my learned Nipponese friend is not as dull-witted as I feared.
So Van Zeek's realized it too.
Of course.
This is you now, Casa.
Oh, right.
This is you now.
Counsel, I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least.
Yes, my lord.
I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the court.
According to Miss Lestrade, while she was hiding the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGilded snoring. But think, Ryunosuke, think. There's something else she should have heard. Well, clearly the person that died in it. Very well, my lord. Allow me to elaborate. On a particular sound that Miss Lestrade could not have failed to hear on the night in question. The sound very clearly explained by the presence of the following person.
Take that!
This dead guy.
Rice-fired Mason.
Yes, my lord. The sound that Miss Lestrade cannot have failed to hear is that of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus.
Order! Order! Explain your reasoning, counsel.
Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus. Is that correct?
Yeah, of course I was. I got on while the driver was in the pub, didn't I?
And the next person to board the omnibus was Mr. McGilded?
That it was. Not a soul was in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least, not in plain sight.
So, you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at that time?
Did I not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anybody else, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I saw him get on, remember? Through a crack under the seat cushion. He was on his own for sure.
And from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time, did you not hear the door opening or closing at all?
No, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, wasn't I? Waiting for this swell to leave.
In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage?
Oh,
We know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Lestrade's statement about what she did or did not hear is at odds with the facts.
Busted.
Oh no.
Yes, this petty thief's statement was clearly flawed.
Lord Van Zeeks.
Yes. He knew. He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrade's statement.
It would seem words of things are in order for my learned friend.
What are you talking about?
You have demonstrated matters impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Her
You
words
what,
are
mate?
convenient untruths, nothing more.
You what? How could it possibly the omnibus?
This girl is a pickpocket. Blah!
You will go down with me.
She didn't even say anything. Oh shit.
That's what you thought, Sonny.
Ah, she didn't even say anything.
Yeah, right. I didn't want the judge. Wait, I didn't want to judge the dear little mite just because she had some rather naughty ways. I'm dying. But I must say, I can't abide liars.
Neither can I.
Mr. Foreman,
I didn't want to judge the girl just because she had some less than salubrious ways. But must say, I know the word salubrious. None of you do. I cannot abide liars.
I think he might be dead this time.
ah,
Mister, no. That's 5 jury members leaning towards guilty. Believe it.
Hey,
that they
you want to
do.
share some of that, Jussie?
God,
It
no.
is my Jussie. Well, your consideration for others is refreshing, my Japanese friend.
Are you sure about that, Jussie?
And this to the considerable troubles you have spared me.
That's still you. Unless I
Did
missed
not go
it.
through.
You missed it. He said it.
Okay. Oops, that's the wrong button.
Yes, very refreshing.
Was it grape punch?
No, it's cranberry juice.
Oh, nice.
It's blood.
Yeah. Where you playing at? Have you forgotten who you're working for? You useless Eastern Ammandan.
Hate
This
that
is
so much.
carnage. It's perfect.
Why is he like this?
Oh, you like it.
What does she know?
Juror number 2 is the only one left.
Mr. Naruhodo, the way this is going...
I know, if we can't find some new way to convince everyone of Mr. McGilded is innocent, the judge will rule and we'll have lost.
I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen.
Is that so? Then why'd you vote guilty right away then?
But those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
Hold it!
Wait,
Oh, it's big brain time.
yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. However, if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on this whole case.
What are you saying?
I don't know.
You're just saying words.
Counsel!
Shut up, Mr. McGilded. He's helping you.
I'm sorry, sir. Whatever do you mean?
Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue? Oh, that's a word. Prorogue my adjudication. Adjudication, sorry. Explain yourself at once.
When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand. That's you.
And yet the victim's body was found inside the carriage. I'm having a tough time remembering.
If this petty thief's words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus?
It's magic, duh, isn't it?
Well, we are British.
Bigger on the inside.
There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. There's another entrance! If the door wasn't opened even once, the only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosed cabin some other way.
Objection!
I wondered what new fantasy you would come up with in your blind panic. But behold, the omnibus is here for all of us to see. Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door. The other only has windows. Fixed windows, which cannot possibly open, in short. There is no entrance to the cabin other than the door.
Objection!
Wait a minute. But there could be. There's one possibility you haven't considered.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. Yes, one other way inside that isn't the door. Another opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin.
You're gonna pull your
Oh.
back out, throw your back out pointing like that, mate.
All right, counsel. The defendants will identify the location for the court. It's so easy. Here is the omnibus in which the incident occurred. Where on earth is this entrance by which you propose the victim entered the cabin?
Take that!
Right there. They no-clipped. The answer is obvious. It can only have been the skylight.
I say, the skylight?
Objection!
Your ludicrous proposals almost has me lost for words. However,
Objection!
well, you can't do that.
The skylight may as well be large enough for someone to pass through.
Objection!
So you claim. But do you have a shred of evidence to support your Adele brain theory?
Both Mr. McGilded and Miss Lestrade said the same in their testimony. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor. That's you,
Yes,
Casa.
which has already been explained. As the sound of the victim falling from his seat having been assaulted with the dagger.
Yes, it has. But would a man slipping from the seat onto the floor really have made such a loud noise as the witness described? A noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let out an involuntary cry, in fact?
Good gracious!
Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment that the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it.
Objection!
You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin. That's simply impossible.
How can you be so sure?
Because if the victim had fallen inside through the skylight, as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. And yet, not one person made mention of such events in their testimony.
I wonder why.
Well, yes, that's true, but
Hold it. My humble fella. Make a wee comment here.
Objection!
Mr. McGilded?
To be sure now. The two fellas who were sat on the roof testified afore. Said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But It seems to me, my lord, 'tis not so much a case of them not saying, but... Aye. 'Tis a cause of them being unable to say.
What?
I think perhaps the two fellas do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. Would yous not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
Hmm.
Oh my goodness, surely not.
Those two chaps on the roof?
You mean the ones who stuck that knife in the man were...
Ah!
So what exactly are you insane here? You... Belithier?
You rotter, he said. You rotter! What you insinuating?
This is a flaming outrage. I have good mind to give you a blinker in a minute.
He'll give you a shiner in a minute, he said. And so will I.
Mr. Fairplay?
You're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman and well-respected banker.
And me, a very angry hatter.
Suggestion that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's a disgrace. It's scandalous. It's... Ugh.
No.
I protest. I protest in the strongest possible terms.
That's right, I protest too. And about you, you rotten scoundrel.
Dun, 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 dun.
Order! Order! 'Tis not the time, witnesses. I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to the anteroom at once.
But it's beyond reason, my lord. Ugh, it's outrageous.
It's very hurtful, you know.
My lord, if I may comment.
Go ahead, Lord Van Zeeks.
Yes, Daddy.
Excuse me.
It was the offense that incited this outburst from the witness. My learned friend has seen fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witnesses without proof.
Accuse? I never intended to.
It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is wanting.
Rude.
You proposed to this court that the victim fell through the skyline from the roof deck of the omnibus. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have...
Oops. I got you.
Thanks, fam. You have admitted their criminal guilt. In our British court of law, that is what is termed a baseless accusation.
I know I was rash to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but you can't just dismiss it without a second thought.
What are we wasting time for? Get to them. Get them to testify.
I thought we were here. There was something fishy about that act from the moment I laid eyes on the fellow.
We have to see this matter through now. One way or another.
One way or another. Excuse me. If there's a filth and rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it at once.
Hey, Steve, boy. What's happening, Mr. Naruto?
Chaos.
The spectators in the public gallery they're in a complete frenzy.
Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First.
My lord?
You will take the stand again and make another formal testimony. In reference to the indictment brought by the defense.
Yes, my lord.
I didn't come here for this.
There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keep pushing forward.
That's what Kazuma would want.
True. Do you want to take a break quick? It's about 11:45. Get up and stretch quick, and then we got another like 45 minutes to push through.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get me a glass of water.
All
Let me see if I
right.
can get that T squared away.
All right, I'm gonna put on my football helmet. I'm going, Pastor. Here I go. Going on. I'm all in.
Running so fast, your helmet don't fit no more.
Time to look deeply into my model's eyes while I AFK.
All right, I will be.
Remember my voice while I go and fetch me something to drink.
While you go pee pee.
Grabbing something to drink.
I will be right back then. I'm gonna hit this, and there we go. We have music. Take a quick little break.
I'm back.
All right, y'all. I hope you've been.
No,
Oh
I
god,
still
that's
appreciate
terrifying.
Non-Pon having that helmet on.
Oops. All right, y'all. Well, I hope you've
I
been
didn't say
enjoying
here.
our
Well, you
continued
did,
voice
and then
acted
you-
playthrough.
Oh God!
If you haven't already, feel free to join us in Discord, hang out, talk the toot. If you want to catch up on our playthrough of this, feel free to take a look at the YouTube. I'll subscription on it. Doesn't cost you a damn thing. Well, shout out our friends over at Capcom
I hope we finish this one tonight.
and
I won't be
our
able to make it
fellow
next Monday.
Capcom
Kinda
creators.
sad I couldn't see all the way through.
We'll figure it out. As well as our friends at Square Enix. Shout out our coffee and tea sponsors, Grinding Coffee Co. and nerdteas.ca. If you want to support the stream more, check out the Throne wish list. We can try. If not, I guess we could, like, I don't know, take a break or something from it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll technically be back on Tuesday, I think. But that's after I'll be jet lagged. Well, also when the jet lag man.
We could,
But
like,
yeah, I'll be
we
kinda
could definitely,
exhausted.
we could definitely push it back a week or something.
Oh,
Yo, this music
What are you
slap
doing?
though.
it gave me this like peanut butter chocolate bar. I'm loving it.
So I think I figured it out. Mr. Fairplay is actually a magician, and he's gonna take that top hat, he's gonna pull out a pigeon, and then disappear, and it was him all along.
My apologies, mates. I'm back and ready to go.
And what's underneath that hat is actually an egghead.
All right, Sharky, you back?
I'm here.
All right, let's go. Roll it.
Oh, yeah, burn my finger.
Asa, is
Did
that
you
you?
do that?
Are you back?
I've been back for a while. Non-Pon, did you hurt yourself?
I mean, I'm not wearing my helmet anymore, so I probably have some severe damage.
You'll be all right.
All
They're
right.
soft boobies, I swear.
Mhm.
All
Is
right,
that
we good
damage
to go?
caused by your TITS system?
Yep.
Yes, my TITS system, short for Twitch Integrated Throwing System. On a constant basis, I'm having things thrown at my face, and I might have some severe brain damage because of it.
Oops.
I mean, it feels like you've had Oni thrown at you for about 3 weeks now, so
What were we talking about when I came in?
yes. Okay, we're ready to get started.
All right.
It was something about next week.
Oh, if we don't finish it, we can take next week off until we get Non-Pom back.
Oh, okay, okay.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We good to go?
Yep.
Yep,
Mm.
fire away.
We were the only 2 people up on that roof deck, dead or alive. I can swear to that.
If anything had happened where we were sitting, don't you think one of us would have noticed?
In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man.
The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it.
If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof?
Hmm.
I must say that on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine. How either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck without the other noticing forthwith.
That's right, you see.
We're innocent, I tell you.
Although logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you are in collusion with one another.
What? According to the investigations by Scotland Yard, the two witnesses share no common dealings. Ha! Why don't I trust Copperhead more than I trust the sneaky rich?
He's
Something
onto something.
Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy?
Counsel, for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please.
Oh, yes, my lord.
Refuting the accusation.
We were the only two people up there on that roof deck, dead or alive. I can swear to that.
If anything had happened where we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed?
In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man.
Can you prove it?
Pretty sure they mentioned something before.
Yep. So, you had never met Mr. Thrice Fired Mason before?
Oh, Lumen, no, not once. Never.
He'd never met the man before, he said. Never.
And you, Mr. First? You had no prior dealings with the victim either?
That's right, sir. Hatters don't have much to do with brick makers, to be perfectly honest, sir.
I don't know, it's a wonky looking hat, bud.
No, I imagine not.
You see? How many different ways can I put this? Neither of us have the remotest connection to the gentlemen who were inside the cabin.
Oh, yeah?
Excuse me.
Sir? Mr. McGilded,
Hey, yes, counsel. What can I be doing for you?
doing you for? You asked nicely, I guess.
Wow.
Oh, well. Did the witness's last statement give you pause for thought somehow?
Not in the remotest connection. Is that right now? I wonder.
What are you insinuating now?
Ah, Mr. Fairplay. It has been too long, so it has.
Eh?
If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe 'tis fast approaching, is it not? Your repayment day.
I beg your pardon.
You heard me. You owe me money, chump.
I'll have it by Sunday, I swear. At an incomprehensible rate of interest. You tricked me. It's extortion.
That's business, fella. Well, now, is that a touch of begrudgery, is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fella to pass his crimes off on another.
Are you alright? Did something happen?
He no-clipped his dialogue.
No clips.
Into the back rooms.
And young Mr. First. Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir?
You gotta pay the toll to get into that boy's soul.
これは何ですか?
You do be making hats for a living, do you not? That there top hat sliding on your head. You should get that shit checked out. Is that one of your relations?
Yo, Boofy, thank you for the tier 1.
I'm still just an apprentice, you understand?
Yo, out of the bushes, super appreciated, homie. Welcome to the $5 footlong club.
No, I don't.
Thanks.
I don't understand whatsoever.
I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door. The perfect fit, is it? Well, 'tis a very distinctive design, so it is. Many customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch. You rude meanie. Customers, such as thrice-fired Mason.
I knew it.
Bust.
Y'all.
There was a photographic print of the victim submitted to the evidence for, my lord.
Casa.
This you mean?
Hmm.
Sorry, I was fixing something with my microphone.
Uh-huh.
Did you not hear me bump it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I can't help thinking the poor fella's hat looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say? Oh! That's one of my hats.
What? Wow, really? No idea.
Never
Whoa,
would've
whoa,
guessed
whoa,
it.
whoa, what?
No cap?
No cap.
Hat.
No cap.
No cap?
You might have not thought it was because it was actually staying on his head. Ain't that it? So it would seem that the brickmaker was a customer of yours.
Huh.
The sort of customer, I'd wager, you could have had a wee quarrel with over the distinctiveness of the goods. Oh, no, sir. Absolutely not, sir. Well, there's really nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection with the victim, you see. I rest my case. Applaud.
You little weasel. Ah!
He's better at this than I am.
Did he need a lawyer?
No.
Mr. McGilded has certainly been through this research, hasn't he, Ryunosuke-kun?
Please, don't let me little interruption hold up the proceedings. The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it. Hold it!
Enjoy your lurk, Kana. Are you quite certain about that? That the skylight was shut the entire time?
I'm going to lose my block with you in a minute.
Just like when the brickmaker lost his.
He's going to lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what he said.
Take a look for yourself. Go on.
Yeah, egg me on.
You see? It's shut fast now. Just like how it was on the night.
So it is, of course. A fellow the size of Mr. Mason could likely break right through it, still and all.
What?
Just looking at the size of the thing, you understand? You got eyes, don't you?
Now hold on there a minute, sir. The size of that thing means nothing.
Yeah, it's all about how you use it.
I just want to point out that this man has been working with a shake weight for the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, right.
He's got to get those muscles.
Definitely got those abs working. Anyway.
Exactly, Boomfy.
On its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we?
Let's stop biting Arcane, shall we?
Don't you?
I know.
I was riding on the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind loudly. My cheeks were flapping and everything. I shocked myself with it, as it happens.
Homeboy Dookied the shooter.
This is an unexpected confession, Mr. First.
Is this your first shard in court, Judge?
Oh, I just mean to say,
Shitted and farted.
This man over here really just said in the court of law, there was this one time I ripped a large one right in the middle of the fucking cabin.
well, the point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see. Because
I'm just...
I'm waiting. Go on. Write that down, write that down.
But, just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible, and the shit was sapping my strength.
This dude is straight up admitting to crop dusting an enclosed space. Bro, I got stuck in an elevator for 45 minutes and I had to fart. You know what I didn't do? Fart in the elevator. Respect.
I can 100% confirm that because I was in that fucking elevator too.
Ah, I remember that. That was great. And then I almost went in that elevator and everyone pulled me aside and said, don't do it.
Well, at least the cat boy's house broken.
Woo!
Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. I went as red as a rogue, I did. Okay.
Write that down, write that down. Can it be evidence?
Oh, are you expecting me to sentence you?
No, sir. The point is,
I'll write a song about you just one
the
second.
skylight can't be open. I tried and tried when I was inside a cabin of shame.
Excuse me.
Ma'am. Do you have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade?
You bet your ass I do.
Took me as I gag on your gases in this cart.
She was hiding under the bench for that one when he just absolutely just boofed it right into the seat.
What the fuck am I, like 5? Why is this so funny?
Because farts
New
are funny.
terminology, the omnibussy.
Oh god.
Miss Lestrade, have you also shitted and or farted in an omnibus?
So fucking stupid.
It opens.
She's not on the same track, she's elsewhere.
It opens, apparently.
It opens. The skylight. That's what we're talking about, right?
Look, it's either that or Mr. First Cheeks, so I don't know.
Bruh, not the gun.
Oh, God.
Not again.
Everyone
please.
duck.
Not the face.
All them skylights open dead easy.
More easily than you can load that weapon? Oop.
Hey, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me.
That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke wind, I
Please stop talking
You
about
can't do it from inside your mug. Oh. Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck of one of those drags. And I had a great hole. I mean, I had purses coming out my ears.
Miss Lestrade, this is not the forum to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities.
Well, whatever. Anyway, I had a bit of scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he got wise to me. All 4 of them surrounding me, so I couldn't up off the bus and leg it. So, what I did was, I used the skylight. Opened the hatch and jumped right through.
What?
Yeah. The catch from them skylights is on the top side. That's why you can't open them from the cabin.
The skylight opens? From the roof deck?
Bailiff. Climb up upon the roof of the omnibus at once and verify this witness's claims.
Yeah, do it.
Do it now, bitch.
You forgotten who the bailiff is?
Yeah, my new
Tell you
bitch.
what for, you
Oh,
damn
my hat!
scamp.
Busted.
See? Told you, idiot.
Please put the gun down.
No.
Order! Order! You want me to scream the last one? So, it appears that the secret girl's statement is quite true.
I don't believe it! The skylight opens, and from the roof deck. Wow!
Mr. Naruhodo.
Wow!
Ow, my poor throat.
This could be the clue we've been looking for.
Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. Bruh. So the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate that for myself.
And you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight. Where's your proof? And he
I wonder if these two men really were involved in some way.
I couldn't say. I mean, I don't really know anything about them, do I? Although, by the same token, I don't really know anything about Mr. McGilded either. It's so hard to know what to believe here.
I think we should try to remember that it's evidence alone that can truly determine the outcome of a trial.
Evident.
No one can argue against decisive evidence. Kazuma taught me that,
Damn right, Chris.
including the members of the jury.
So, you're saying that what we need now is a hero! Is to find a conclusive piece of evidence?
And you
no shit, you're a lawyer.
To rescue us from this crisis. Yes, Mr. Naruto Hodo, precisely.
You think Zeke just looks at you guys talking to each other and he just mutters to himself?
Naruto Hodo!
Believe it.
Objection!
Maybe? Oh, wait. No, definitely not.
Damning, you say? As I look at you, counsel, I see your trembling hand, your pallid expression, and your perspiring brow. I can also see that you didn't change your pants.
I
It
pooped.
seems to me that is the damning inconsistency here, with the misplaced confidence of your assertion.
Well, I farted in the
Yes.
courtroom now.
She did.
You invited, sir.
Okay, well, we know that the skylight opens.
green text.
Yeah.
Can you look at the omnibus for evidence again?
I'm thinking about the first one. I can't remember if we did it or not.
Oh. Come on. There we go.
Is that the Phoenix Red omnibus?
So the skylight was fastened shut before. Sharky.
Now the catch has been undone. We should be able to open it. Open skylight no jutsu.
Yo?
Real shit?
Nah, get out of here. That's not what I want. You're slowing me down. I see it. I see it. Do you see it, Sharky?
What do you see? Tell me with your eyes.
I see the world's longest dialogue that I cannot skip fast enough.
I mean, I saw the latch from the inside there, but I don't think that's it.
You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure.
Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin.
Yo, homie cracked one off
when you-
with a lamp.
He's trying to kill
I'm
him.
just baffled that they cannot see the blood here. When you close your eyes, just like look, it's right there.
Oh, I know.
I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly.
That's not good for us. Bro, let me
You have
look
to
at it
go-
through. You have to go inside.
Wait.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, let's open the door and go inside. But get
What?
fresh and I'll take you down.
What if we kissed in the crime scene omnibusy?
Right on top of the blood.
I'm only
your
allowed
helmet-
yeah,
Put
strap
your
your...
helm-
Hold on, we're going somewhere dangerous now, Palm. Strap you up real quick, Chief.
I insist. I insist you have protection. Put on your helmet. Thank you. Now let's get started.
Yay!
There we go. Go ahead, Sharky. Tell him about it.
Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Are you talking about the entrance or yourself? Ah,
the omnibusy.
Don't judge me, you damn judge. Wide enough to kick someone like you through, certainly. Naruto Hodo.
Why someone like me?
Ellipses. Ah,
Well, what is it?
look, just here. Look at this.
That's, without question,
It's
It's-
blood.
what? Why would there be a blood stain there?
Surely. It can't be unrelated to the case, can it?
Hmm.
The details of the omnibusy have been updated in the court record.
Omnibusy
say.
patch notes.
they said that they investigated this entire omnibus, but they missed that. How do they miss that?
They didn't know it opened. They only opened from the top, I guess, but God, they need to do a better job.
It's
Not-
almost like he was stabbed up top.
Damn. Almost. Well, I know where this is going immediately.
Hee 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 hee.
Objection!
There we go.
Big brain.
On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach. And immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts. And the irrefutable proof. that remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom.
What? That's utter humbug. Ugh, you can't possibly have any evidence.
No, you can't. I mean, we didn't do it, I tell you. It's impossible.
Uh-huh.
Irrefutable proof. Here, in this courtroom.
Situated right at your desk. Can I see it?
Yeah.
Counsel.
My lord.
I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here.
I think we might be able to get this done. Or at least reach a verdict.
Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence to which you allude? You will point out what it is that proves the victim fell from the roof deck through the skylight.
Up, and away we go.
I'm not gonna lie, I almost thought the blood was just gone instantly. When he looked up and it wasn't there.
Sheesh.
By Jupiter, is that blood? My favorite flavor?
Type C.
This blood stain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open.
What?
And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening.
Oh my.
And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime.
No!
Order! Order! Order!
But the blood could have spread up there when the fellow was stabbed in the cabin.
And only found its way to that one particular spot on the skylight. Sure. And that would be very convenient. And let's keep in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But, there's no way to know for certain, is there? If a gent really fell through the skylight, I mean? Why? Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? It is all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fella dropped from a far height right there. So is.
What? No!
But it can't be. It's all lies!
My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we?
I believe we can. Yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom.
So, they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they?
I won't tolerate any of the guild's carriages being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it.
Oh? And always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful park couldn't have done such a thing.
On three then, everyone. 1, 2, 3!
Objection!
Shut up, bitch.
A chilling performance, Mr. McGilded.
Oh? And what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Zykes?
A bloodstain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is
What?
null and void.
What? What?
What? Why?
It was my chussie, I spilled it. For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed.
Objection.
What?
What?
What are you talking about? It's there for all to see, and it's clearly blood.
I personally attended Scotland Yard investigation of the omnibus. The officer involved went
That's
over the
conflict of
carriage with a
interest.
fine-tooth comb.
Hmm.
So I can state with absolute surety.
That this...
No such
Trial is
smear of
now legal.
blood existed in the carriage.
Hold on. What?
Yep.
At least, not until this trial began.
But
Van Zeeks is cheating. Are you suggesting, Lord Van Zeeks, that the stain of blood was...
Fabricated, my lord? Yes. And while this court has been in session...
what?
What a palaver. I must say, I didn't expect such a crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standard, Lord Van Zykes.
Ellipsis.
But I'm Magnus McGilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper and the Bailey.
Mr. McGilded. I realize this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved is investigated, you adapt the facts.
Adapt the facts? What does that even mean?
When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scenes of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir.
Lord Van Zykes, this will not do, to be sure.
I think we'll push like an extra 10 minutes. That should be about roughly what we have.
Now, counsel.
Oh, no.
I think it's fair to say this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood on the skylight didn't exist, you say? But if yous will all cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in it without the world and his wife seeing? Isn't that right now, counsel?
It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time the court has been in session.
my learned friend. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words.
As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think it could have been possible. Someone's got a smoke grenade.
Yep.
As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best as I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility.
Oh?
Good gracious. Explain yourself, counsel.
Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit.
Deceit?
I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade, blah 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 blah. Flashbacks, blah 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 blah. The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus.
You really did a 360 with that point.
Absolutely. 360 no scope.
I'm telling you, he's gonna throw his back out pointing that hard.
Are you wise? What you trying to pull, you rotten feckless googer?
Feckless? Gouger?
You're supposed to be defending me. 'Tis a wicked plot. 'Tis a plot to undermine me, so it is.
Objection!
Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same.
Eh?
After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus.
Inconsistencies, such as?
To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have a smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I've said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning.
Unfortunately, Lord Van Zeeks, no one is able to corroborate your claims.
That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and skylight were shut.
Accordingly, I'm afraid to say, we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not.
Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things.
What do you think?
Sorry?
About the omnibussing? Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus?
Yeah. My lord?
Yes, counsel.
There's one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial.
What?
What in the devil's name are you going to say now? If you dare
Objection!
betray me, you little...
Silence, McGilded. The court awaits the defendant's clarification.
Silence, Western Twitter.
This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here?
I'm gonna
I
be right
shall
back.
have to ask
Okay.
you to
In like
elaborate,
a few
counsel.
minutes, a few seconds.
Where exactly is this alleged mark that you claim appeared at some point during the trial?
Right there, baby. Oh.
Something wrong?
Yeah, I wanted to hit the Y button, not the A button.
I suppose that does seem a little strange.
Alright. There it is. Got it! If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this bloodstain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom.
Good lord. Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel.
Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue.
No, that's rimming.
Hawa? Oh, my throat. Oh, why would you do this to me?
I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence.
You have to work on those cunning linguistics, Casa.
True. But if the question is whether the evidence is genuine or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake.
I'm back.
Just in time.
Big brain moment.
This trial is over.
Mr. McGilded?
I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but 'tis all over now.
But you're the defendant.
'Tis over, I tell you.
Ah, okay.
Memory, recollection, what people think they saw, 'tis all nonsense. Facts are what counts, and the fact is that bloodstain is there now.
Well,
And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it's been, that good-for-nothing raper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I'm scandalized, so I am. I thought better of Lord Van Sykes. Well, my lord,
Ellipses. I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence. And in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence. I regret to say that this may be improper for the trial to continue.
your lordship can't be serious.
Lord Van Zeeks, what is your position?
prosecution, my lord. Has no further witnesses or evidence to present.
Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first.
What formality?
As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded will be found not guilty.
Dope. Yes.
Which would mean we've won.
Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really all right for the trial to come to an end now, with all these unexplained inconsistencies?
Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please.
Yes, my lord. The defense believes... As Mr. McGilded's legal representative? I can't breathe. The air in here is so stifling. But I'm this man's defense lawyer. There's only one thing I can say in this situation.
It's a raid!
I believe the defendant, Magnus McGilded, to be innocent of the allegations brought against him. Yo, thanks for the raid, Amos. We're just wrapping up.
Thank you, counsel.
Here's to you, my Nipponese friend, and the most abject closing I have yet to hear in the court of law. Translation: GG.
Order! Order!
Oh, 'twas a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer. So it was a grand decision.
Damn it.
You saved one of London's most influential gentlemen, Villa. You should be proud of yourself. Here, have this for your troubles.
Ah,
Your job is done, Villa. And some fine work you've done, so you have.
what do you mean?
'Tis just as the right honorable gentleman so suck you
Succinctly.
Yes. Succinctly put it afore. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was... How did he put it now? Nothing more than a formality.
I really don't know what to make of all this.
Was the evidence we've seen genuine, or was it fake?
His lordship would be fuming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of properly, as I said.
Seeker rich are always guilty of something. You, mark my words.
I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us the lovely park. Ellipses. Now that proceedings have unfolded this way, I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, The court must accept the defendant's plea. Ooh.
Applaud. I thank you kindly, my lord.
Ellipses. I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
But we still haven't determined if the bloodstain in the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth.
Ellipses. Lord Van Zeeks.
My lord.
The case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place.
My sincerest apologies, my lord.
But wait. When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Zeeks ordered the evidence to be secured.
I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this manner.
That's so unfair.
The culpability of the defendant has not at the present time been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment.
What?
Well, Lord Van Zeeks, it's been a pleasure. So it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
Uh,
You mean to tell me this has all been a grand waste of time?
Soregachigayo.
Tis the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law.
Agnes McGilded.
Oh, good grief! You've more to say to me, have you?
Just one thing. A warning. This is far from over.
Well, something to be looking forward to then. I love me money.
I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded, not guilty.
yo, GG, homies.
GG.
I don't feel like we won.
We
Feels more
take
like a mistrial.
look, we take the W's here. All right, we definitely got to roll it out here. I'm just gonna get to a point where I can save it. Poof. All right, so taking a break next week, or what do we want to do?
Non-Pon will be back next week, right? So we should probably take a break.
Okay, I'm here for it.
Unless you want to switch it to another day, we can talk about that later this week. But yeah, I'm with you.
Alrighty.
I could do it like any weekday around this time, so if next week you just want to push it to a different day and resume on Monday, whatever you want to do. But
We'll figure
Yeah.
it out. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining us. If y'all want to extraduce yourselves, we definitely got to call it a night here.
Alrighty. My name's Itzkasa. I'm your lovable zomboy whose voice is messed up right now because he's sick. I generally have a very, very higher voice. I like to play spooky games, JRPGs, shooter games, and stuff like that. I also sing, draw, and I've got something in the works coming up soon, so look forward to that. If that's your jam, well, come by the atelier.
I'm Non-Pon. I suffer massive amounts of brain damage for when my viewers throw stuff at my face. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I play JRPGs and gacha games. I'd love to see you guys there.
This is Oni. My voice is tired. I draw, I play RPGs and fighting games. Yeah,
I'm Sharky. I live here, and I'm still just trying to recover from Oni's performance at this point, so GG, dude.
Yeah, great work tonight, y'all. Absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, there's a lot of raw emotion.
Hell yeah. But for me, I'm Kios. I'm going to call it a night. Definitely check out these wonderful, wonderful creators. Linked them in the chat. But yeah, I'm going to call it. And we'll be back tomorrow with well, all sorts of stuff. I think I have Stranger at Paradise, Monster Hunter Rise, and, well, something else. But anyway, say goodbye to my friend. Go ahead.
I'm looking to get into Monster Hunter Rise back again, so I should definitely play that again with you.
Yeah, you should come play with me and the fellow Capcom creators. All right. I'm going to mute up, and we will say goodnight to everyone. Thank you so much. We went a little bit late just to get it through. I'm going to have to do a little bit of cutting and running. But yeah, definitely check out our homies if you haven't. They are more than deserving of your follows. And then we'll give you the normal link spam, the Discord, and the YouTube to stay current and catch the past. Shout out our friends over at Capcom and the fellow Capcom creators, as well as our friend Square Enix. And if you want to support me in the stream a little bit extra, check out the Throne wish list. For me, I'm going to call it a night. I'm exhausted, and hopefully we're in a much better mood tomorrow. And hopefully you all have a terrific night. So, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Let's go. Let's go raid another raid FLX. Haven't really had a chance to interact with them yet, but let's go check them out. They're playing some Vampire Survivors. Me, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm exhausted. Y'all make sure to stay safe and take care of each other.